green flash.
Joe Hallenbeck's a private detective who's run out of luck.
If you touch me again, I'll kill you.
2 for 2.
Honestly, the reason why I'm really doing this is because I'm actually buying this to be in 4K, and I was going to do a 4K, 1 minute, monologue like I always do. But I decided that this movie is better than that. It's better. I can't do 1 minute about this. This movie stars Halle Berry. It stars my man Damon Wayans from A Living Color, and he was hot in that. He was doing Mo Money. He was doing a lot of things. Major Pain, and of course, my man Bruce Willis, which is still suffering from dementia, and prayers go out to him and his family. Worst disease you could ever have. The worst. I've talked about this before a little bit here and there, but they said that he can't remember him doing no movies like Die Hard. He can't remember nothing. He remembers his daughter here and there, but he can't remember most of anything, and that's sad beyond. Let me give you the film synopsis of The Last Boyscout. He's Bruce Willis plays Joe Hallenbeck. He's a first-rate, Secret Service agent. He had a past with the president. Now he's like a gruff kind of private investigator. He has his latest gig that he's protecting the pole dancer, Halle Berry. She's a stripper in this movie, and then all in all, she's murdered. And he kind of teams up with, her boyfriend, Jimmy Dix, which is played by Damon Wayans. He's an ex-quarterback. He has a gambling problem. He's a drug addict. Everything. As I said before, this has Shane Black written all over it. Same thing he did with Mel Gibson character, making him kind of suicidal. This is it. This is it. In a way, Joe Hallenbeck is something of, a kind of, I'm not going to say the character, what Lethal Weapon was, I'm not gonna say a ripoff, but he's like how do I put it? He's a step above the Mel Gibson character, but he's still under, on the deep end of, the good guy with morals, and must he follow his moral? Yes, he has a lot of moral dilemmas, but at the end, he's still the good guy. All in all, long story short, both of them team up to go after Halle Berry's character as killers, and before long, they stumble onto a plot, and it's played by Noble Willingham, I can't pronounce his name, sorry. Noble Willingham. He's one of those, he's a coach. Actually, not a coach, he plays a kind of football, what do you call it? My head is moving.
Wow.
He plays someone who invests in the team. He plays a kind of a lobbyist, I would say. They stumble on a plot, and basically, two of them has to stop an assassination. Okay? And it's one of the best written movies, I would say. I'm not gonna say it's better than Lethal Weapon, but it is up there. It is well written. The plot is well thought of. I do like how Damon Wayans' character and Bruce Willis' character, they have, again, this movie, when Shane Black writes a movie, it's moral dilemma. He did it with Lethal Weapon, and he does this with Hallenbeck and Dix, and to me, it's the most fascinating movie he's ever written. I know he's written some other movies. I know he wrote Kiss Bang Bang with Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. A lot of people say they love that movie. I never saw that movie. I'm not gonna lie, I never saw that movie.
What?
But Shane Black is one of these dark kind of writers, and when he writes a role for, and I believe that he's writing a role because he wrote it for Bruce Willis in Die Hard. He wrote John McClane, but he's going off the energy of what Bruce Willis is doing, because Bruce Willis is that type of guy, and I guess that's the energy he's given. All in all, as I said before, the reason why I'm really doing this is not to give saying this movie's underrated or anything like that. I'm doing to really vibe that this goes on 4K. This needs to be on 4K already. This really is one of these films like Lethal Weapon that is overdone for 4K. I remember when I was a kid, and I remember that my sister had a choice. It was the Addams Family open. My sister, this time she was living on her own, all that. But I remember that it was the Addams Family or The Last Boyscout. I didn't know what The Last Boyscout was. I knew about Lethal Weapon and all that, but I've seen all the movies, but I wanted to see the Addams Family. Yeah, I still made a good choice because Addams Family was ill. I love the Addams Family. I'm actually going to do a 4K review on that. But all in all, man, I've seen this movie, 1993, 94, around that time. I remember renting Demolition Man with Stallone and Snipes, and I remember renting Last Boyscout. At the time it was VHS and all that, so I was renting movies. I rented movies 95% of the time. So I just remember watching it, and I just said, man, this is just one of the greatest action written thrillers. This is not a action movie only. This is an action thriller, and it's not a thrill according to the days of 2024, but it's thriller meaning it was written for that time. you know, about gambling in sports. Now it's all legal. Everything is legal. Weed is legal. Gambling is legal. So, but at that time, 1991, everybody was up in arms. But they wrote it for that time. So, yeah, I'm vying for this to really be on 4K, guys. I'm really vying for this to make it to 4K. And yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
They were trying to clean up their acts
You vacuum, I'll dust.
when they got dragged into the dirty world of sports corruption.
So you're gonna bribe some senators to legalize gambling? Legalize sports gambling.
Now,
Son, we're going to a ball game.
they've got one shot
What am I gonna do? Point at the bad guys and shoot!
to get the goods on the bad guys.
Just once, I would like to hear you scream. Play some rap music. Not like these, man. Take your best shot.
If they don't kill each other first.
That was a bomb? Either that or a hell of a factory recall.
Bruce Willis, Damon Wayans, the Last Boy Scout.
Danger's my middle name.
Mine's Cornelius. If you tell anybody, I'll kill you.